China's artificial sun and moon. In a world driven by technology, it is not surprising to find that scientists are discovering and coming up with a new groundbreaking innovations every day. As creativity and critical thinking gaining significance, developments have been taking place in every field, be it medicine, devices, or even space. Two such astonishing innovations that shook the world were the creation of an artificial sun and artificial moon by China. China artificial sun. More than 10K Chinese and foreign scientists researchers took part in a $948 million project called Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak East to replicate the East process of nuclear fusion, which is the same reaction that powers the sun. Thus, the project, also referred to as and the artificial sun, seeks to make way for a cleaner source of energy in the future. Is essential. Essentially is an advanced nuclear fusion experimental research device located at the Institute of Plasma Physics of the Chinese Academy of Science in the Hefei, China. The device was designed and built by the Chinese, but it has been used by countries all around the world to conduct fusion-related experiments. Starting its operation in 2006, the reactor ran successful for around 20 minutes and at a 70 million degrees Celsius in the recent test becoming 5 times hotter than Sun. Working of East. The East Fusion reaction device, is a part of the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor Facility, which is expected to become the world's largest nuclear fusion reactor when it becomes experimental in 2035. It is based on the nuclear fusion process that is carried out by the sun and the stars. Nuclear fusion is a process through which high levels of energy are produced without generating large quantity of nuclear waste. For nuclear fusion to occur, tremendous heat and pressures are applied on the hydrogen atoms so that they fuse together to create a helium nucleus. A neutron along with a whole lot of energy. The gaseous hydrogen fuel is heated to temperature of over 150 million degrees Celsius so that it forms a hot plasma, electrically charged gas, or subatomic particles while releasing energy. With the help of a strong magnetic field, the plasma is kept away from the walls of the reactor to ensure that it does not cool down and lose its potential to generate large amounts of energy. The plasma is confined for long duration for fusion to take place. Significance of yeast. Experiments on yeast reactor might help scientists to get closer to unlimited clean and durable energy. The process requires no fossil fuels and leaves behind no hazardous waste materials, unlike the nuclear fission process that powers commercial nuclear energy production. Physicists also claim that there is far less risk of an environmental disaster. Unlike fission, fusion also does not emit greenhouse gases and is considered a safer process with lower risk of accidents. China's artificial moon. After the launch of its artificial sun, China has now created an artificial moon facility that will have simulated low gravity magnetism as long as required. In other words, it would simulate lunar conditions that the environment for scientists to test new technology and future missions located in the eastern city of Johor. in Jingashu province in China. The research station is a first of its kind facility in the world which makes China less dependent on zero gravity planes to train astronauts and environments to test new rovers and technology. Inspired by the work of Andrew Graham, a scientist at the University of Manchester who used magnetic field to leviate a frog. The artificial moon created a 60 centimeter, about 250 in diameter, placed in a vacuum chamber covered in rocks and dust. The room has a magnetic tendency to leviate the small objects just like it happens on the moon. The researchers so far have used an artificial moon set to make a frog and a chestnut float together. China's artificial moon will aid scientists in resolving technical challenges and determining whether certain buildings may survive on the surface of the moon. This will help the scientists test their equipment in a lunar environment on Earth before sending it to expensive mission to the moon. The research facility is also expected to determine the possibility of a human settlement on the moon. With these new developments and its future ambition, one may can positively state that China has certainly taken a lead in the international space race.